Dear friends, I am Professor Satish Prakash Shukla. I welcome you all again to this YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about 20 new MCQs which are based on learner and learning process, that is a part of educational psychology. This is second video in English. Today we will discuss question number 21 to 40 with their answers. Let us see questions. 21st question, today's first question. When a desired response is reinforced every time it occurs, we call it dash reinforcement. Every time it is reinforced, whenever it occurs, what it is called. So it is the option is continuous, partial, intermittent, and none of the above. Every time it is given, so it is called continuous reinforcement. Option number 1 is correct. Question 22. Law of exercise was introduced by, let us see, Kohler, Thorndike, Hull, Atkinson. Friends, law of exercise was introduced by Thorndike. He has given other two laws also, which are laws of effect and law of readiness. So correct answer is Thorndike. Kohler is associated with Gestalt psychology. Hull has given drive reduction theory. It is also known as the four-level learning theory. Atkinson is associated with achievement motivation. Question 23. Inside learning is basically a learning by. Inside learning is basically a learning by. Let us see, trial and error, conditions, cognition, imitation. So the correct answer is cognition, because in insight learning, the organism has to perceive the whole situation, and for that he has to do mental process. So it is learning by cognition. 24. Salivation to the bell in the classical conditioning is not called salivation to the bell, not to the food. CS, conditioned stimulus. Second, UCR, unconditioned response. UCS, unconditioned stimulus. And CR, conditioned response. So salivation to the bell is a conditioned response, because alone the bell cannot produce saliva in the mouth of the organism. So it is conditioned response. By pairing with the food, bell acquires the property of food, of producing saliva in the mouth of the organism. So it is conditioned response, salivation to the bell. Question number 25. Who was the first person to conduct experiment on classical conditioning? Very easy question it is. Kohler, Thorndike, Hull, and Pavlov. Very easy question. Pavlov has conducted the experiment on classical conditioning. Question 26. Thorndike is remembered for his contribution to, it is also very easy question, trial and error, methods of learning, insight theory, conditioning. We know that Thorndike is associated with trial and error learning theory. Option number 1. Question 27. Negative conditioning is also known as forward conditioning, backward conditioning, escape learning, reconditioning. So negative conditioning is also known as backward conditioning. Option number 2 is correct. Operant conditioning is usually studied in the laboratory using, what is used in operant conditioning, experiment of operant conditioning in laboratory. Let us see, cage, sticks, Skinner box, maze. So Skinner box is used for conducting experiment on operant conditioning in laboratory. Option number 3 is correct. Question 29. Who developed the concept of functional autonomy of motives? Functional autonomy of motives. McDougall, Atkinson, Maslow, Allport. The correct response is Allport has developed the concept of functional autonomy of motives. McDougall is related with theory of instincts. Atkinson, theory of achievement motivation that we have seen earlier. Maslow, hierarchy of needs, and he has given the concept of self-actualization. He studied the hierarchy of needs, human needs. Question 30. SOR, stimulus organism response concept was developed by Gestalt, Cholman, Woodworth, and Pavlov. The correct response is Tolman. The concept of SOR, stimulus organism response, was developed by Tolman. Question number 31. Which psychologist performed a series of experiments with chimpanzees? Series of experiments with chimpanzees. Let us see: Kafka, Kohler, Wertheimer, Thorndike. Kafka, Kohler, and Wertheimer all are associated with Gestalt psychology, but the experiments on chimpanzees were conducted by Kohler. The correct response is Kohler. Question 32. Who coined the concept of higher order conditioning? Higher order conditioning. Let us see: Pavlov, number 2, Thorndike, number 3, Skinner, number 4, Hull. Higher order conditioning. This concept was given by Pavlov. Cholman called his theoretical views as SR theory, stimulus response theory, purposive behaviorism, radical behaviorism. Friends, Tolman called his theoretical views as purposive behaviorism. Purposive behaviorism. Option 2 is correct. 34. According to the Maslow, physiological, safety, and social needs are which type of the needs? Proficiency needs, deficiency needs, efficiency needs, and basic needs. Physiological, safety, and social needs. If these are not fulfilled, then the organism feels tension. So it is called deficiency needs. Option 2 is correct. Question 35. At the base of hierarchy of needs, Maslow describes growth needs, safety needs, physiological needs, social needs. The correct response is option number 3, physiological needs, at the base of hierarchy of needs. Who propounded the theory of instincts we have seen earlier? Allport, McDougall, Skinner, Watson. It is McDougall. He has given theory of instincts. 37. According to the Maslow, the deficiency needs is related to. According to the Maslow, the deficiency needs is related to interest, affiliation, security, habit. So option is 3, security. Deficiency needs are related with security. Question 38. Dash can be defined as. What can be defined as? all internal processes that influences the direction, persistence, and vigor of goal director behavior. Number one, motivation, reinforcement, drive, and need. So actually, it is a definition of motivation. Option one is correct. 39. At the last stage of his life, which need did Maslow mention as the highest and the last need in hierarchy of needs? At the last stage, actually, he has given initially the last need, self-actualization, but at the end of his life, he has given the highest need, self-actualization, self-control, self-transcendence, and self-identity. At the last stage of his life, he has given the highest need, described the highest need as self-transcendence, option number 3. 40. Maslow refers to self-actualization needs as growth, internal growth needs, deficiency needs, basic needs, and survival needs. So Maslow refers to self-actualization needs as growth needs, internal growth needs. So friends, here 20 questions get over here. This is the end of second video. We will meet soon with third video. Till then, keep on studying supplementary literature. We will meet as soon as possible. Thank you.